and
This
time
conference will
scaling.
now be
And
recorded.
we solved some problems on those two properties also, linearity and time scaling. Now, please try to understand what would be the properties that we are studying now. These properties you are going to apply depending upon the given problem. So, if you see linearity is a combination of two or more functions or two or more waveforms, then we can apply linearity property. Then if you see the other property, observe this. Here I have the combination of two waveforms, which is 2e power minus t ut and 3e power minus 2t u of t. So if the problems are like this, then I can apply linearity property. Then if you see the next property known as scaling, time scaling. Now, uh, if I uh, if I have a function which is multiplied by a scaling factor a, then I can use this property. So if you take the Fourier transform of that, and we derived this proof also in the last class, now we have seen the property also. Now observe here, in the last class we discussed this example, and I have solved the problem also in the Jamboard. You please go through that. Here we observed that I have a rectangular pulse, which is x of t, whose amplitude is 1, and it is existing from -1 to 1. We know from the basics of Fourier transform, the Fourier transform of x of t is x of f, which you can write at sinc ft. Here a is the amplitude, which is 1. T is the time period. Since -1 to 1, the time period is 2. So 2 at you can write as 2, and sinc ft uh, here t is again 2, so you can write sin 2f. Then from the scaling property, you can write your a is now 1 by 2. So I can write f of t from this. If I apply the x of, now your x of t is this one. Here x of at is a is 1 by 2. So I can write 1 by a in g of f by a. So you have to write g of f. G of f is the Fourier transform of this x of t. You have to write. That is how you can apply this scale change theorem, scaling property to solve the problem. Now, in today's class, I am going to discuss the next property known as duality. Now, please try to understand this. You already studied in network theorems also, duality theorem. There, duality theorem says there, converting the sources, replacing the sources with voltage and current, there you can analyze it. That is what the duality theorem there. Now here, uh, in this case, in the signal science systems, in the Fourier transform, the duality is, now observe it, if g of t is the Fourier transform of g of f, sorry, if Fourier transform of g of f, t is g of f, or the inverse Fourier transform of g of f is g of t, then capital G of t, the Fourier transform of capital G of t is small g of minus f. Please try to understand. When you write Fourier transform of a time domain signal, generally we'll represent the time domain signal in with small letter and its transformation in capital letter. So here, when you apply the duality property, your time domain signal now represent, you need to represent with capital letter, and the frequency domain signal you need to represent with small letter. So this is what the duality is. So please try to understand. You may ask how you can use it. In some cases, uh, we may ask, I want to find the Fourier transform of a sinc function. Then how you can find it? So in such case, you need to apply this duality property, which we'll see now. Start with inverse Fourier transform. We know the inverse Fourier transform of f inverse of g of, the inverse Fourier transform of g of f, which you can write as g of t, small g of t, which is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity g of f into e power j 2 pi f t dt. Now, this is what the inverse Fourier transform. Now, what we have to do is we have to replace this t with minus f and f with t. Please try to understand. Wherever you find t, that you need to replace with minus f. Wherever you find f, that you replace with t. So when you replace t with f, t with minus f, here you need to write t with minus f, then f with t, then it looks like this. And here also, in the place of t, you need to write minus. So you can write e power minus this one. So this is nothing but when you take this, it is nothing but the Fourier transform of this is nothing but the Fourier transform of capital G of t, which you can write as g of minus f. That is how you can prove this property, duality property. Please note down this. Anyway, I am going to share this after today's class. Please try to understand. So in this property, you are converting the time domain signal to frequency and inverse Fourier transform of frequency domain to time. But you are interchanging capital G with small g and capital G with small g with capital G. So that is how you can use this uh, principle. Duality theorem will help us. So we'll see some examples how you can understand that. Then you can understand. Generally, most of the times you know the Fourier transform of basic signals like exponential signal, rectangular pulse, all that. Suppose if I ask you to find the Fourier transform of a sinc function, when it is say Fourier transform of sinc function, it is in frequency domain. So you need to convert that frequency domain to time domain again. So how you can do that? Now please try to observe this example. Now observe this equation. Consider a signal in the form of a sinc function as shown as given by a sinc 2 omega t. Now observe it. Here we don't know how to find the Fourier transform of sinc 2 omega t, but we know the Fourier transform of a rectangular function. So I'm going to prove this example. Please note down this example. I'm giving some time. Please note down this. Once after noting down, let me know. Please note down this example. Have you noted down? Please post it in the chat box. నోట్ చేసుకోవడం అయిపోతే పోస్ట్ చేయండి మా చాట్ బాక్స్ లో. నోట్ చేసుకోవడం అయిపోతే చాట్ బాక్స్ లో పోస్ట్ చేయండి అమ్మా. నోట్ చేసేస్తున్నారా అందరూ? ప్లీజ్ పోస్ట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ద చాట్ బాక్స్. Okay. Now I'm stopping this and I'm going to use Jamboard to solve this problem. Now, can you see the Jamboard screen? Please post it in the chat box. Can you see the Jamboard screen? Yeah, right. Now observe this. Here I am going to write. He has asked us to find the Fourier transform of A sin 2 omega t. Now the given problem is x of t equal to you can say x of t equal to A sin 2 omega t. This is what the given problem. But we don't know how to find the Fourier transform of A sin 2 omega t. But we know the Fourier transform of A rect t by capital T, which you can write it as AT sin ft. This is what we know. So what we'll do is, in the place of now you compare uh, this with your problem. Here I can write 1 by t as frequency only. So what I have to do is 1 by t I can write it as f. So a rect I can write ft as at sin ft you can write. So when you write this, when you write it like this, now you compare with your equation. Now in the place of f, I have 2 omega. Sorry, in the place of, now this is what actual formula for us. Now what I have to do is, now you need to replace, now you need to replace this. Now, now you need to replace this function. Now please try to understand. Now in the place of t, I can write it as 1 by 2 omega. So you can write t equal to 1 by 2 omega and you can replace it. So that is how you can find the Fourier transform of AT sin ft. So when you write, now observe it. We know the Fourier transform of A rect t by t equal to AT sin ft. Now in the place of t, I can write 1 by f. Now your f is 2 omega. So you replace t with 2 omega and t with f. Then you will get this. So please try to understand. Just you are replacing the Fourier transform of, here in this case, you are replacing f with t and t with f. But here what is your t? Your t is 2 omega and f is, sorry, your f is 2 omega and t is t, you need to replace t with capital F. So that is how you can do it. Then you're going to get this one. So please try to understand. Again, I'm going to repeat it. Now please see this, you can understand this. Now I can write for the given problem, I can write x of t equal to a sinc 2 omega t, but we know the Fourier transform of a rect t by capital T, which is equal to at sinc ft. Now please try to understand here your capital T, is nothing but 1 by f. But in this place, I have given for the given problem, I have x of t, which is a sinc 2 omega t. That means you please try to understand this. Here you can compare this with this. When you compare this, now you need to apply duality principle. When you apply duality principle, you can write, for if you know the Fourier transform of g of t is g of f, and the Fourier transform of capital G of t is g of minus f. Please try to understand. So here g of t is capital G, small g of t is your rect. So in this case, your capital G, small g of t is this one, a rect t by t, and g of f is this one. Now please try to understand. Now you need to replace f with t and t with f. So when you replace f with t and t with f, now for the given problem, he has given sinc 2 omega t. So that means your capital here 2 omega, which is nothing but he has given. Now you please try to understand this. Now you need to replace t with f and f with t. But when you see this in the problem, what is your f to be compared with this? Your f is nothing but 2 omega. So, but I need to write the relation between t and f. I can write my t equal to 1 by f. So, you need to compare this t with f. So, when you apply this duality principle, what you have to do? You need to change t with f and f with minus t. So, please try to understand. When you change this, your t becomes f and f becomes t. So your capital T, you compare with this. When you compare with this, I can write this capital T, my capital T as 1 by 2 omega. Please try to understand why I can write it as capital T as 1 by omega. So when you replace t with f and f with t, you can write as 1 by f, so that it becomes 2 omega. So I can write this as capital T as 1 by 2 omega. When you replace capital T with 1 by 2 omega, in this equation, you take this t, since it has given a sinc 2 omega t. Now please compare with this. So I can write, so given in the given problem, I have a sinc ft. Now you please compare with this. When you compare with this is what your g of f is. Now you replace f with t. When you replace f with t, what will happen? You will get sinc tt. Now please try to understand. This is what your capital G of t. But if you observe this capital G of t, which is a sinc 2 omega t. So I can compare this capital T with this. My capital T is 2 omega. My capital T is 2 omega. So that now observe it. If you write this capital T as 2 omega, then observe this equation. I can write A rect T by T, which is equal to AT sinc ft. Now, but for the given problem, we have x of t equal to a sinc 2 omega t. Now you compare with this. So that means what we are having, this is what your g of f is. Now, this is what your capital G of t is. So you replace f with t. When you replace f with t, what will happen? It becomes at sinc t capital T. Now you compare with this with the given problem. When you compare with the given problem, your t say, and your capital T is now 2 omega. So I can write capital T as 2 omega. Then if you write capital T as 2 omega, then I can write this as now you take this, I can write this A rect. Now you need to replace T with F, right? Small t with F by capital T, which is equal to A T sinc ft. Now please try to understand when you are writing this equation, please ఒక్కసారి జాగ్రత్తగా అర్థం చేసుకోండి అమ్మా. దిస్ ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. క్లారిటీ క్లియర్ గా అర్థం చేసుకుంటే ఇక్కడ మీకు ఇబ్బంది లేకుండా ఉంటుంది. నేను మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నాను ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని, జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ దిస్. g of t, if I know g of t, the Fourier transform of g of t I can write as g of f. బట్ డ్యూయాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ లో ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే క్యాపిటల్ g of t equal to the Fourier transform of capital G of t is g of minus f. That means what will happen, please try to understand. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న టర్మ్ f ని రీప్లేస్ చేసి ఇక్కడ ఉన్న టర్మ్ f ని రీప్లేస్ చేసి ఇది వచ్చేసింది. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న టర్మ్ t ని రీప్లేస్ చేసి ఇది వస్తుంది. సో ప్లీజ్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్. సో చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. ఇక్కడ ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ చేసిన తర్వాత అక్కడ ఎఫ్ ప్లేస్ లో టీ, ఎఫ్ ఉన్న టర్మ్ ప్లేస్ లో టీ పెడుతున్నాం, టీ ఉన్న ప్లేస్ లో మైనస్ ఎఫ్ పెడుతున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటో చూడండి జాగ్రత్తగా. ఇఫ్ యు అబ్జర్వ్ ఎక్స్ ఆఫ్ టీ విచ్ ఇస్ ఏ sinc 2 omega t. A sinc 2 omega t. So please try to understand. A sinc 2 omega t అనేది మనకి అసలు ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ డైరెక్ట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం కుదరదు. దాన్ని ఎలా చేస్తాం? We know the Fourier transform of a rectangular pulse whose amplitude A and of time period t. This you can write it as A rect of T by capital T, which is equal to AT sinc FT అని రాస్తాం. ఇక్కడ జాగ్రత్తగా గమనించండి. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రిపీట్ ఇట్ వన్స్ అగైన్. దిస్ ఇస్ అ వెరీ గుడ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ అండ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆల్సో. ఇది మన స్మాల్ g ఆఫ్ t అమ్మ. ఇది క్యాపిటల్ G ఆఫ్ f. కానీ మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం చూడండి. మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లంలో ఎలా ఉంది? a sinc 2 omega t ఉంది. అంటే ఏం చేశాడు? దీన్ని f ప్లేస్ లో t సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేశాడు అనుకోండి. ఇఫ్ యు సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ ఇన్ ద ప్లేస్ ఆఫ్ f, ఇఫ్ యు సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ t, ఏమవుతుంది చూడండి. టేక్ g ఆఫ్ f, ఇది తీసుకోండి అమ్మ, ఈ టర్మ్ తీసుకొని నౌ ఇఫ్ యు సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ g ఆఫ్ t, g ఆఫ్ t తీసుకుంటే ఏమవుతుంది? AT sinc. Now I am replacing f with t, f with small t, t capital T. Now observe it. మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లమ్ దీన్ని కంపేర్ చేసి చూడండి. మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం ఎలా ఉంది? a sinc 2 omega small t. So your capital T is nothing but 2 omega. Now if you write capital T is 2 omega, then I can write a capital T sinc 2 omega t. Here I am going to write capital T as 2 omega. So in the place of capital T, I can write 2 omega. Now మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం ఇప్పుడు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఎలా ఉందో చూడండి. a sinc 2 omega t ఉంది. సో ఇది ఒకటి ఎక్స్ట్రా టర్మ్. యూ ప్లీజ్ టేక్ టు ద అదర్ సైడ్. దెన్ ఇట్ బికమ్స్, నౌ జాగ్రత్తగా గమనించండి. ఇక్కడ a sinc 2 omega t ని ఈ ఫంక్షన్ మనం తీసుకొని f ని స్మాల్ t తో రీప్లేస్ చేస్తాం. క్యాపిటల్ టీని కంపేర్ చేస్తాం. మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లంతో క్యాపిటల్ టీని కంపేర్ చేసినప్పుడు 2 omega కింద కంపేర్ అయింది. సో డ్యూయాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఏమైంది? ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ g ఆఫ్ t g ఆఫ్ f అయితే క్యాపిటల్ G ఆఫ్ t ఏమైంది? AT sinc. ఇది మన క్యాపిటల్ G ఆఫ్ t. మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లంలో ఏంటి? t క్యాపిటల్ T లేదు. You take this capital T to the other side, then it becomes 1 by 2 omega into G of t which is equal to a sinc 2 omega t. సో మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లం ఇదే కదమ్మా. సో ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలి? డ్యూయాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ బదులు g ఆఫ్ t ఇన్ ప్లేస్ g ఆఫ్ మైనస్ f రాయాలి కదా. సో ఐ కెన్ రైట్ 1 by 2 g of minus f. That is, replace f with t. Now when you replace f with t, this part I can write a by 2 omega rect of. Now I am replacing this t with f by t. T I can write it as 2 omega, which is nothing but a sinc of 2 omega. So this is what the Fourier transform of a sinc 2 omega t is. A by 2 omega into rect of f by 2 omega. Please observe it. So a sinc 2 omega is a by 2 omega into rect of f by 2 omega. This is how you are going to get this Fourier transform. ఒక్కసారి జాగ్రత్తగా అర్థం చేసుకోండి. ఐ రిపీట్ ఇట్ వన్స్ అగైన్ ఫర్ యువర్ కన్వీనియన్స్. అర్థమైందా లేదో ఒకసారి పోస్ట్ చేయండి అమ్మా. ప్లీజ్ ఫీల్ ఫ్రీ టు డిస్కస్ విత్ మీ. ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ప్రాపర్టీ. కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజన్ గా కూడా ఉంటుంది. డ్యూయాలిటీ ప్రాపర్టీ అనేది ఏం లేదమ్మా. ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఇన్వర్స్ ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఇంటర్చేంజ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఎఫ్ ని టీ తోను టీని ఎఫ్ తోను రిప్లేస్ చేస్తాం. ఇక్కడ జాగ్రత్తగా గమనిస్తే హియర్ వీ నో ద ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ g of t is g of f. డ్యూయాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఇన్వర్స్ ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ g of f is g of t. కానీ డ్యూయాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ లో ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇక్కడ క్యాపిటల్ ఎఫ్ ఉన్న g of f టర్మ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో క్యాపిటల్ g of f టర్మ్ ఎఫ్ ని టీ తో రీప్లేస్ చేస్తాడు, అది టైం డొమైన్ సిగ్నల్ కింద తీసుకుంటాడు. స్మాల్ g of t ఏదైతే ఉందో అది ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ క్యాపిటల్ g of t అవుతుంది, విచ్ ఇస్ g of minus f తీసుకుంటారు. అంటే ఇది జాగ్రత్తగా ఇది ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి అంటే మనకి స్మాల్ g of t తెలియాలి, క్యాపిటల్ g of t మనకు తెలియదమ్మా. జాగ్రత్తగా అర్థం చేసుకోండి. స్మాల్ g of t తెలుసుకుంటే దాని ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ మనకు తెలుసు. ఇఫ్ యూ అబ్జర్వ్, ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇచ్చింది ఏంటి, ఇక్కడ సింక్ ఫంక్షన్ ఇచ్చాడు. సింక్ ఫంక్షన్ కి మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఇంత ముందు క్లాసెస్ లో మనం ఎప్పుడు చేసినా కూడా ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది. సింక్ ఫంక్షన్ మనం డైరెక్ట్ గా సాల్వ్ చేయలేదమ్మా. కానీ మనకేం తెలుసు, ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ రెక్టాంగులర్ పల్స్ తెలుసు. వీ హ్యావ్ ఎ రెక్టాంగులర్ పల్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆంప్లిట్యూడ్ a and time period t, which you can write it as a rect t by t. This is what my small g of t is. When you take the Fourier transform of this, you will get at sinc f t అనేది వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ జాగ్రత్తగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి, స్మాల్ g of t a rect t by t, క్యాపిటల్ g of f at sinc f t. కానీ మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లంలో సింక్ ఫంక్షన్ ఉంది, బట్ ఎఫ్ లేదు ఇక్కడ. సో ఏంటి, ఇఫ్ యూ రీప్లేస్ ఎఫ్ విత్ టీ, నేను ఇక్కడ రాస్తాను చూడండి అమ్మా. క్యాపిటల్ g of f ని తీసుకొని ఐఎమ్ రీప్లేసింగ్ ఎఫ్ విత్ టీ. వెన్ యూ రీప్లేస్ ఎఫ్ విత్ టీ, దెన్ యూ విల్ గెట్ ఏ సింక్ టీటీ. బట్ మనకి ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లంలో సింక్ టీటీ లేదు. నౌ ఐఎమ్ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ దిస్ ఈక్వేషన్. మై క్యాపిటల్ T is 2 omega. So I can write this like this. So from the duality property, I can replace this. Since I am replacing this f with t, this side also small g also I can replace t with minus f. So that is how if I replace this like this, and I will get it like this. Is it clear? Please post it in the chat box. ఎలా రీప్లేస్ జరిగిందో అర్థమైందా? ఒకసారి చాట్ బాక్స్ లో అర్థమైందో లేదో ఓకే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇవ్వండి అమ్మా, సో దట్ ఐ విల్ ప్రొసీడ్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆర్ నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాపర్టీ. డోంట్ గివ్ నెంబర్స్. మీ నెంబర్స్ ఇస్తే ఉపయోగం ఏముందమ్మా? మీకు అర్థమైందా లేదా అని అడుగుతుంది. ఈ ప్రాబ్లం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసింది అర్థమైందా లేదా? ప్లీజ్ పోస్ట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ద చాట్ బాక్స్. జాగ్రత్తగా గమనించండి అమ్మా. టైం ని ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీతో రీప్లేస్ చేస్తాం, ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీని టైం తో రీప్లేస్ చేస్తాం. క్యాపిటల్ G of f క్యాపిటల్ G of t అవుతుంది. జాగ్రత్తగా అర్థం చేసుకోండి. దట్స్ వాట్ ద డ్యూయాలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఇస్. Right? I'm going to take one more example to you for your understanding purpose. Now observe this problem. Now please note down this problem. Can you see this screen? ఈ ప్రాబ్లం నోట్ చేసుకోండి అమ్మా. Please note down this problem. Note down this problem, duality property. నోట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఓన్లీ యూ ప్లీజ్ నోట్ డౌన్ ఓన్లీ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లం. ఈ వేవ్ ఫామ్ ఈ ప్రాబ్లం వరకు నోట్ చేసుకోండి, మా సొల్యూషన్ నోట్ చేసుకోకండి. ఐ విల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ టు యూ. యూజ్ ద డ్యూయాలిటీ థియరం. 1/3 + j2 π t కి ఫోరియర్ ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. 1/3 + j2 π t. ప్లీజ్ నోట్ డౌన్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లం. నోట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఒకసారి చాట్ బాక్స్ లో పోస్ట్ చేయండి అమ్మా. నోట్ చేస్తున్నారమ్మా? ఓన్లీ ఇంతవరకు నోట్ చేసుకుని వేవ్ ఫామ్ నోట్ చేసుకోండి, సొల్యూషన్ నోట్ చేయకండి. నేను చెప్తాను మీకు ఎలా వచ్చింది అనేది. యా రైట్. Now I'm going to use one more screen. Please try. Please observe here. In the problem he has given, find the Fourier transform of y of t y of t equal to 1 by 3 plus j2 pi t. Now please try to understand. Do you know the Fourier transform of 1 by 3 plus j2 pi t? But we don't know. Please try to please respond number. 1 by 3 plus j2 pi t ki manaku teliyadu. But we know the Fourier transform of e power minus at into u of t which you can write it as 1 by a plus j2 pi f. This we already proved it. The Fourier transform of e power minus at into u of t, which is 1 by a plus j2 pi f. Now what I have to do is, I am assuming this as small g of t, since it is in time domain, and this I can write it as capital G of f. Since it is Fourier transform, I can write it as capital G of f. But now what I have to do is, I have to apply the duality theorem. When you apply duality theorem, we know the Fourier transform of g of t, you can write it as g of f. From the duality theorem, I can write the Fourier transform of capital G of t, which is small g of minus f. Now please try to understand. This is very important. This is the actual Fourier transform, and this is the property of duality. So in duality, what will happen? Your f, which is there in capital G of term, you are replacing that f with t, and you are replacing this t with minus f. Please try to understand this. So you should be very careful. You need to write the given problem. Your g of f is this. Now what you have to write? You have to write g of t. So when you replace f with t, then my g of t. Now I'm going to apply the same condition, duality to this. Now when you apply duality to this, I can replace t with minus f and f with t. So when you replace t with minus f and f with minus t, then I can write f of e power minus, now t with f. Now what you do in the principle, duality principle, you need to apply t, you need to replace t with f of the actual one and f with minus t. So sorry, t with f and f with minus t, right? But when you write it like this, here you please observe it. Here when you write it, here you need to replace t with f. It's no problem. Now f with minus t. Now when you replace f with minus t, now the formula which I have written here is not satisfying that. So what I have to do? I have to write I have another formula for Fourier transform. When you consider the Fourier transform of e power at u of t, if you write e power at into u of minus t, that means this is what the rising pulse is 1 by a minus j2 pi f. Now when you write it like this, now what will happen? Now if you replace f with minus t and t with f, then we don't have the problem. Now when you replace t with f, then I can write this is actual g of t and this is actual g of f. Now what I do is I am going to write capital G of t by replacing f with t. So when you replace f with t, what will happen? I am going to get 1 by a minus j2 pi t. Please try to understand. You are not going to get a minus j2 pi t. So what we have to do? You have to use this formula, and in this formula, you have to replace f with t and t with minus f. Please try to understand. You replace f with t in this and t with minus f. When you replace it like that, then automatically you are going to get from this side. If you replace it f with t and t with minus f, then I am going to get, now if you replace f with t, then I am going to get 1 by a plus j2 pi t. This is the Fourier transform of this is, now you are replacing t with f, t with minus f, then you will get e power af u of minus f. That means try to understand. The Fourier transform of 1 by a plus j2 pi t is e power af into u of minus t. So your a is 3 here, and now when you write this, I can write 1 by 3 plus j2 pi t, which is nothing but e power 3f u of minus f. This is what the Fourier transform of this. So please observe this answer, you will understand. Observe it. E power 3f into u of minus f. So that is how you are going to get this duality property. Please try to understand this property, and you please solve as many number of problems as you can. Now I am going to use the next property known as time shifting, and I'm going to prove this also. When you see this time shifting, if the Fourier transform of g of t is g of f, then g of t minus t naught, this t minus t naught is the shifted version of g of t by a value t naught. That means your actual signal is shifted by t naught. Then you will go, its Fourier transform is, when you take the Fourier transform of this g of t minus t naught, it becomes g of f into e power minus j2 pi f t naught. So we'll prove this property. I'm going to use I'm going to prove this property very easily. Now see, we know the Fourier transform of I'm going to take another 5 minutes after deriving this derivation. I'm going to stop the class today. Please bear with me for another 5 minutes. The Fourier transform of g of t The Fourier transform of g of t is g of f. Then the Fourier transform of g of t minus t naught, which is e power minus j 2 pi f t naught into g of f. This is what we need to prove it. So what we have to do is, first I have to consider Fourier transform of g of t. We know from the fundamentals, the formula for the Fourier transform of g of t, which you can write capital G of f, which is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity g of t into e power minus j 2 pi f t dt. This is what the basic formula of Fourier transform, which we already know. Now, in the place of g of t, now I have g of t minus t naught. Now what I'll do is, I am going to replace t with I'm going to replace t with t minus t naught. Now when you replace t with t minus t naught, let us see what will happen. If you replace in the same formula, you replace t with t minus t naught. When you replace t with t minus t naught, then you need to find the Fourier transform of g of t minus t naught, which you can't write it as g of f, We need to see what should be the answer, which you can write integral minus infinity to plus infinity g of, now in the place of g of t, now I have g of t minus t naught. I can write g of t minus t naught e power minus j 2 pi f t dt. That means just only I am replacing t with t minus t naught. So just I am going to write the Fourier transform of only this one. Now what I do is, I am going to assume let x equal to t minus t naught. Now assume that this t naught is a shift one, which is a constant. From this I can write dx equal to dt. From this I can write dx equal to dt. Now you replace t minus t naught with x, then I can write the Fourier transform of g of x, which is equal to integral minus infinity to plus infinity g of x. Now you replace t. Now t you can write from this equation. From this I can write t equal to x plus t naught. Since you know x equal to t minus t naught, from this t equal to x plus t naught. So I replace this t with x plus t naught. So I can write it as e power minus j 2 pi f. In the place of t, I can write it as x plus t naught dt, which I can write from this dt I can write as dx. Now please try to understand, as you are having the function which is having a variable of x, and you are doing the integration also with respect to x. So you please separate the rest of the terms. When you separate the rest of the terms other than x, then you can have this. I can write integral minus infinity to plus infinity g of x. This I am going to write. It looks like e power a into b plus c. That I can write it as e power a into e power b. Now please try to understand it carefully. it is e power a into b plus c. That I am going to write e power a into e power b dx. Now, as you are doing integration and your function is with respect to the variable x, and you are doing integration also with respect to x, you treat this as constant, you take outside. Then you can write this as e power minus j 2 pi f t naught integral minus infinity to infinity g of x into e power j2 pi fx dx. Now please try to understand this. This is nothing but g of f, right? This entire thing I can write it as g of f. In the place of t, I have x. That is the only difference. So this I can write it as capital G of f. So I can write e power minus j2 pi f t naught into capital G of f. This is what the Fourier transform of g of t minus t naught is. So please try to understand. Just see, we know the Fourier transform of g of t is g of f, and we have to find the Fourier transform of g of t minus t naught. This is what the shifting. Here the shifted value is t naught. When you write it, now you need to find the Fourier transform from the fundamentals. Then you take the Fourier transform of g of t minus t naught, which you can write it as Fourier transform of g of t minus t naught. You can write it like this, and we have to assume this t minus t naught as x. And when you're differentiating it, this t naught is a constant. Dx I can write as dt. Then you replace t minus t naught with x, and you simplify it. Then you will get this answer. So this is how you are going to Fourier transform of a shifted signal. Those who have completed in noting down, I'm going to use the PPT. Now observe this slide. Now please note down this and post your attendance, and you can leave the class. With this, I'm stopping for today's class. Thank you.